That's me, Dave Lawlor. You're probably wondering why I'm so flabbergasted. That's because this was the first time I was in an abandoned industrial mill. There's something about the architecture and history that can make me feel so full of life. From driving around to stumbling on old mill complexes or surfing the web of historic photos and advertisement. I'm aware there are dangers involved with urban exploring, but I think the risk is worth the benefit. That's why I'm careful when visiting abandoned buildings that date back to the late 1800s. When I take photos of these mills, I feel like I'm capturing the essence of something important. But before I talk more about my passion for mills, we need to learn more about where the Industrial Revolution started in America. For that, we're going to go head over to Slater Mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Yeah, so we're right now inside the Slater Mill, and this is the first successful water-powered spinning mill in America. So that means it's the first time that people used water power to run machines that turned cotton into thread. Before this, most people around here, most people in America are farmers. Yeah, so now people are going to start becoming factory workers. And so what happens here is it's changing how people live, where they live. Now you're going to live in a mill village, not on a farm. You're going to be reporting to a place where a bell is going to run your day.
This is also a great spot. I love this here because we can still ring the bell. And this would have been the bell that called everybody to work. And the reason that this is so significant is up until now, people worked and sold the product of their work. Now here at Slater Mill, people were for the first time selling their time. And so the bell actually told you when it was time to start getting paid. Today we don't think twice about an hourly wage or selling our time and what that means. This was the first building where that happened in the United States, and it changed everything.
This can really give you a good sense of the noise that was in here and the kind of work that you can see. This is not challenging work. Like we said, a child could do it, but somebody had to. And so this is what you would have done all day long, right? And feed this back into there and keep the thread spinning.
And so you build a building for the number of machines that you want to put in it. But if the machines become really cheap to construct, then you have more and you need a bigger building. And so the building grows over time. And as you can see along the Blackstone Valley, that the industrial buildings became huge very quickly, and that's because it was possible to build machines very quickly to fill up those buildings. Sometimes we think of Samuel Slater as having come over to the United States and he brought the water-powered spinning frame with him. But maybe even more significantly, he brought the idea of the mill system with him, like selling your time for money. And the idea that one person or a few people control the entire means of production and everybody works for them. Rather than, up until then, everybody, lived at home and worked for themselves.
This was the first time I explored a mill. Exploring the unknown, whether if it's a new mill, abandoned hospital, is definitely more fun with a companion. All in all, some of the mills I've come across are in great shape and others not so much. The size of these buildings are so astounding. The mills I've explored is only a fraction of the sizes that you can find in other parts of New England. Being able to freely walk around with my camera and tripod is so rewarding to me. From the wide open floor plans to the smell of rotting floorboards, long narrow hallways with green and white painted walls, to the industrial stairs leading to pocket-sized rooms, to the exposed bricks and creaky floorboards, I'm just in heaven. I've always been fascinated with the loft-style homes, apartment, and studio spaces, which is why I think I love these abandoned factory mills. I love meeting other people who love abandoned mills, and if I'm able to share and educate others about them, then I'm game. In the end, I want to document all these mills before it's too late. We'll get more into that later on. I love that when you decide to become an explorer, you'll meet other explorers as well, like my friends Nate and Jess here. Nate saw all my photos and videos on Instagram, and he saw that I love to preserve these historic textile mills. We sat down over a Zoom call, and he showed me all these beautiful sites where he lived. He invited me out one day, and all three of us got to explore this historic mill. And honestly, this is probably my favorite mill to date. I'm extremely happy that I bought a drone. With my drone, I'm able to capture these cinematic quality videos of these historic mills and bring to light, something that I'm able to preserve for a lifetime. Another friend I met in the urban exploring community is Jason Allard. He's a documentary filmmaker with his own web series called Abandoned from Above. We met in an old train station, and since then we've made like 4 videos I've helped him document with drone and gimbal shots, and he's honestly just a great guy to work with. Now I know I said this countless times before, where documenting these historic buildings brings so much life to me. You know, I sat down and realized like the main reason why I do this isn't for a happy reason. In March 2020, there was this fire at a mill complex that I recently discovered. About 2 weeks before this fire, I was literally just walking around taking photographs of these beautiful towers, and then I woke up one morning and just discovering that these buildings had been burnt down, and the city was just covered in smoke. It was absolutely awful, and since then, I want to make sure that I'm actively preserving and documenting these buildings through photos and videos before arson, vandals, or even renovations. Oh God, I'm dying. But the light that comes through here, it's great. Oh, one of the workers just gave me the key so I can come here anytime I want, so I'll probably do some photo shoots. I've been working closely with NeighborWorks at the Blackstone River Valley. There they have allowed me to document and preserve these historic mills through photos and videos. And more recently, we've been doing music videos and photo shoots just to highlight the beautiful inside of the architecture. And it's a lot of fun, and it's just a blast being able to share this with other folks. Oh, wait, what's in there?
What is this?
Lockers, dude.
Ted.
Look at that. Yeah.
So it's a portrait of Brian. We got 4, 3, 2. Hold still.
I did it.
Shooting a music video in these mills right now. There's my car.
High Plains is a really fun and interesting band that started more in like the bluegrass realm, but over the last year plus, even kind of just like through the COVID time, it's evolved. And yeah, we're really looking forward to go and shoot this video. I love the song that we're going to be making this video for. And has it been established yet that we are in an old mill that has been somewhat abandoned? There's a lot of random rooms and random things. So
there's a lot I want to accomplish within the next 5 to 7 years. That includes visiting new states, cities, towns, and explore their rivers and mill ponds. This past year, I've traveled to neighboring states and found some of the most beautiful and elegant mills. I can only imagine what other mills are out there. Until then, I'll be exploring these forgotten structures. They may have once powered the country during the American Industrial Revolution, but they still power my creative mind to document and preserve these beautiful facades. Well, that wraps up today's documentary. I just want to say thank you guys for viewing and learning a little bit about the American Industrial Revolution and my passion for historic mills. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.